be married to Brenda Barney. He's got a girl.
Right.
Ready? Thank you. All right. I'd like to call this special called business meeting, City of Wagoner, May 13th at 7 p.m. Have Mr. Micah Wisdom here to open us in prayer.
Let's bow our heads. Lord, we thank you for being with us today. We ask you to bless the city of Wagner. We ask you, Lord, to put your hand of protection upon the city. We ask that you touch our leaders today, God. Give them wisdom and guidance and help them make right decisions going to affect this community. I pray, Lord, let there be a spirit of unity and community in this room. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Tony? Kelly had a birthday.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Item number 3, approval or correction to the minutes of April 1, 2024.
I make that motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 4, approval or denial of claims. City numbers 189 through 203 are manual warrants. EMS numbers 115 through 126 are manual warrants. Economic Development Fund numbers 47 through 49, and City Capital Projects number 12.
On the porta potties, I'd like to know who gave the authorization for the porta potties.
So are you talking about the ones in the park?
I guess so, yeah.
Me and Kenneth talked about those, because they're supposed to be having baseball games on Field 3, which is the one over there. So put some porta potties over there, and then I think you put some at the soccer field too, Kenneth?
They're there all the time, year round, there's some at Red Bud too.
Is that price, is that for a year of the porta potties?
Yeah, they bill us, Rhonda, they bill us what, once a year for those, or every 6 months?
I think they bill every 6 months, I believe.
Like nine something? Or-
Yes, yes.
How often do they clean them?
Every week.
And what is Tuffy windscreen? What's that? Is that-
I'm sorry, windscreen?
Yeah, a windscreen.
The windscreen is on the tennis courts, yes. Ours was 10 years old, I believe, and we replaced it.
We only replace half of them on the north side, the other side we'll replace those next year.
And then, let's see. what else? Okay, in a conference, who went to conference?
Uh,
Step by.
I don't know.
I don't-
No, it wasn't yours. I just saw it.
Let me look.
What number?
I didn't put the number in it, I just saw it.
Is it on the claims list, or is it?
I think it's in the purchasing order thing. That's what it is, but I should have written it down. Well, anyway, what's Gage first? Now, what's he doing?
Sorry.
What's Gage gonna be now? Mark?
He's not with us any longer. He worked for the hospital for a while.
Yeah.
He's working for the hospital.
Yeah.
And still
I
volunteer
thought I saw his
firefighter.
name on the police thing.
I'd like to have, I tried to get him back, but I couldn't get him.
He's actually,
Firefighter?
yeah.
See, I tried to talk sense into him.
Oh, yes, well, it says Oklahoma Police Supply, uniform, gauge, merch, so he's gone.
That's, yeah, he's.
Okay, all
got him
right,
back.
thank you.
Are you talking about the claim to OM USA MISO for the Public Power Conference?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Okay. That one's in Development Services. I believe that was Jessica.
Just Jessica alone?
No, there were other people, but that's what that one in that department is. Dwayne can tell you who all attended.
Master in the Public Works, she was in that department for the Community Development Services.
So everybody went to public work?
Mm.
Those would be the claims in the Public Works Act.
Okay, and another thing, the museum, I must say, it looks a whole lot better. Kudos to the museum with the art and history about Wagoner. Only negative thing I had about it was the food, because I think we could have went with cookies and punch. Nobody was really eating, they were just looking around and leaving, but the museum looks a lot better. I guess that's all I had.
Anything else? Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
EDF fund, why do we have citywide property maintenance, abatement service and EDF funds? And what did they do for $510?
That's our mowing and our property cleanup.
Okay, so we just automatically went with citywide property without voting on it?
They have an extra cost.
Okay, cause I know also citywide maintenance is also doing like, if you find a house that's got crap all in front of it, they've been cleaning it up.
Mowing and cleanup services.
I had a question on that, actually, since we're on that. So, what's the
49,
no, the company? The
citywide property.
Citywide, so is that like a reoccurring contract?
Yes, every year they're used.
So we don't bid it out every year?
We don't have to.
We don't have to?
That is, no, it's, auto renew is what I have to do.
We don't have to, but we can do it.
We can.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they-
would not recommend doing so.
Yeah, cause they out of Muskogee.
Yes, they are.
How long have they been doing that?
I know that at least since 2019 or 20. So, they are very low price. If we redid that, I can promise you, we will not get those prices. When I would want them to share those prices with you, that's something. I don't have that contract with me right now.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering about that, cause I actually got a,
They charge less than a penny a square foot to mow.
say that again, I'm sorry?
They charge less than a penny per square foot to mow properties for us.
Yeah.
Department 75, which would be the museum, it says there's a $900 contract labor. What exactly is that? Anybody?
You have that?
Well, that's the lady that helps down there with cataloging all this stuff, and setting up the displays and everything. And she's been working on they moved all the stuff out of the admin building, storing it, putting it upstairs, and it all has to be cataloged back in, so.
Is that gonna be an ongoing thing, or is it a one-time thing, or, you know?
I mean, she's not there all the time, no. She just works on an as-needed basis, I understand.
To follow up on that, so isn't there like, haven't we allocated like $20-some thousand for museum, someone to work there, part-time?
We do have a part-time person.
Part-time, but that right there is what, $900-some, contracted labor? Depending on how, I guess I need to figure out how much, if it's $900 or whatever it is, how long is that, how much time do you get with that $900? If it's the whole year, if it's just, a week, 2 weeks, or?
You know what the rate is?
I do not have that information. I mean, I know that there's a time she turned in, I think, with the hours, but I don't have it with me, no.
The reason why I'm asking, because, I mean, if we have one for, I guess, someone there part-time for $21,000, then we're doing that every quarter, that's another could potentially be another $4,000, or, because we don't know how many hours that they're actually working, and,
Did we have that part-time position filled?
I think we just recently did.
We had, yeah, it was.
We had a gap. There was no one there.
yeah, I would like to know what so we can move forward, I'd like to know what that is, the contracted hours and everything.
Okay.
for the $900. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Have a motion. Entertain a second.
Second.
Have a motion second. Please
Who was
call the
my
roll.
second item? Sorry.
Kevin was.
Kevin, okay, thank you. Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Item number 5 is mayor's report.
Okay, so we will start off with employee of the month. And Kathy Thomas, is she here? I don't think so. Okay, I didn't think she was here.
What department she working?
Inventory.
Ms. Shelby Sullivan. Shelby is one of our dispatchers. We greatly appreciate you. Okay.
Congratulations, Shelby.
Thank you. That one not on? Is y'all's on?
Yep.
Both of y'all's?
You don't hear me talk,
You're gonna have to talk louder.
talk louder, okay.
Maybe she'll get it fixed by the time I'm done with the report. So, busy month, continued talks with the builder that is, wanting to build at least 100 homes. Met with another that will build at least 30. Also met with another group that are wanting to, build some duplexes. The plaques that are on the bottom of the light poles, you know, the ones that were falling off, and Brenda's had several people reach out to her about them. So they don't fit on the new poles. So what we've done is, we've got them all down, as many of them as we can find, and they've done an inventory on them. I think Kristen's trying to figure out the best that we can if we're missing any. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to have the gentleman that I work with that has done this Poor Boys woodwork, that's donated that book box and stuff, have him make kind of a wood background to it and attach those to it and put it in the museum. That way, they're still being recognized and it'll always be there. So, then let's see. The road is great. Man, it's nice. Mr. Peters, you guys are doing great. The flowers look great. I've had several compliments of how downtown's looking. Let's see. We've started back with cruise night every Thursday starting at 6. The weather has caused some issues with that, so it's just that time of year. Let's see. Sadly, the Maple Park bathroom was vandalized again, but park guys got it fixed this morning, so it's backing up. Me and Dwayne and Kenneth met with ODOT and the contractors for downtown for the trees, and we're still kind of in talks with them. They know that it was their fault. They're going to make it right. We just have to figure out if we want that type of tree that was in there or a different route, but those are going to be fixed. I want to thank the electric department, street department, police and fire for storms. I mean, our electric guys, boy, they were hard at it.
Oh, yeah.
And really want to thank Miami also for coming and giving us mutual aid. That will not be forgotten. Wednesday at 8 a.m., we are going to have a send-off for the Special Olympians. They head to Stillwater to the Special Olympics, so we're going to take them out. EMS, PD, the fire department will lead them out through town, so please, if it's not raining, come downtown and cheer them on. Also, Wednesday evening at 6, we'll have a community info meeting at the Civic Center, and that'll be with Habitat for Humanity. They're going to talk about the homes that are being built and their development services, so that'll be good. And then May 18th, Saturday, we will have from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. free dumpster at the city lot there at Southeast 3rd and Main. Free dumpsters will be available to residents of the city limits only. You do have to show a driver's license and a copy of your electric bill. Make sure you bring both, because the gentleman we have run that, it doesn't matter if you're a city councilor, a police officer, who you are, you better have both. And so some items that are not allowed, limbs, brush and leaves, tires, paint, chemicals, batteries, concrete and rocks. We have some solutions already for the disposable chemicals and batteries and stuff. You should be able through the Met take your utility bill to, is it Tulsa? Where are you, Jessica? Where can they take that to dispose of batteries and chemicals? The Tulsa Metropolitan Trust, okay. And then Memorial Day flower placement, we'll begin placing Memorial Day flowers at the Wagoner cemeteries, Pioneer and Elmwood, beginning May 24th. Flowers will need to be picked up by June 2nd. And that's it, I believe.
Item number 6, discussion and possible action to enter into executive session for the purpose of conferring on matters pertaining to confidential communications between the mayor and city council and its attorney concerning a pending investigation, claim, or action in which the council determines by voting to enter into executive session that disclosure would seriously impair the ability of the city to process the claim or conduct a pending investigation, litigation, or proceeding, specifically the case of Rural Water District Number 6 versus the City of Wagoner, in accordance with 25 OS Section 307B4.
Do I have a motion to enter into executive session?
So made. Second.
Okay. I would like for Kenneth and Jessica and Dwayne to stay in here as well because they have been involved in this. So we will be entering executive session.
You gotta make a
Oh, excuse me, call the roll.
Yeah.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
No.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Hey, time.
pass it on down. Church business, yeah.
You two, that we can hear you two on the online.
It wasn't on.
Yeah, they got it fixed now.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Of course she did.
Okay, she said we're back on.
You have to call a meeting back to order, or what?
What?
You have to call a meeting back to order.
Yeah. Call this meeting back in session at 7:50.
Item number 7, discussion and possible action to establish hours, admission prices, and opening, closing dates for the water park.
Is this same prices as it was last year? What was,
150.
what,
Last year it was $450,
450?
including tax.
Discussion, entertain a motion.
So made.
Second.
Any discussion? Have a motion second, please call the roll.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Item number 8, discussion and possible action, Street Department to hire Scott Mosley as Street Department employee, Library to hire Amanda Franks as library employee, EMS to hire Tyler Weevil as full-time paramedic. Note, the council may adjourn to an executive session for the purpose of discussing the above items pursuant to Title 25 OS, Section 307B1.
I'll make a motion that we go into executive session, Mrs. Please.
Second.
Have a motion second to go into executive session, please call the roll.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
No.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
It's gonna crack up laughing. I knew they were gonna see him laugh when they got again. They're like, oh, heck, I'm not gonna go. Yeah. I don't know why it was they said, yes.
Is that the medical stuff, Jim?
Yeah.
Is that the medical stuff?
Yeah.
Is that the medical stuff?
Which one is it over? Kevin, which one is it over? Huh? Then Jim needs to stay. Lori, Kevin's requested you stay.
Still on.
Still on?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. We need to put that one up there. Did she say if we were on? Did she say if we're on the video?
Give us just a few seconds, because there's at least a 30-second lag.
All right. But you'll be less and less people coming in.
That's what you're.
I guess there's a power outage on Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Mark the seat, mark the territory.
I'm gonna say north.
Where's my mom at? She's gonna knit
Could be wrong.
There she comes, slowly but surely.
Cold?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Yep, yeah, somebody over here.
My throat. This is crazy.
Reconvene.
Haven't heard from her. I don't know if we're back on yet. Oh, we are back on. Call this meeting back in session at 8:10. Thomas, you want to start us with the street department?
Good evening, I'd like to recommend to hire Scott Mosley for the street department at a rate of $15.44 an hour, and effective date is 4/10/2024.
Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to hire Scott Mosley at $15.44 an hour on 4/10.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I think I called you twice.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Thank you.
Janie?
I'd like to recommend that we hire Amanda Franks full-time, effective today at $12.35 an hour. She's been currently a part-time employee. She's going to fill the position that Mallory left vacant.
What was the rate? I'm sorry.
12:35
Okay.
Effective today?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's the date?
today.
Effective date?
Today.
Today?
She's working, but she's been part-time, so we'll just.
Switch her to full-time.
hours.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Any
make-
discussion?
Nope, I'll make a motion to hire Amanda Franks, a library employee at $12.35, effective today.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jim?
I'd like to recommend that we hire Tyler Ringel, effective today at $17.82 an hour. And he has been working part-time for us, but he will come back on full-time, and he'll be an educator for us.
I make that motion to hire Tyler Weedler,
Weevil.
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 Weevil. Been in executive session too long, I got a headache. At $17.82 effective today.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 9, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve budget revisions and supplemental appropriations to the 2023-2024 city and EMS budgets.
Council, the budget revisions are in your packet. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. There are notes on the bottom explaining all of this.
I've seen that already. Make sure.
Oh, that's gonna, I don't know if that had anything, no, it probably won't be in the budget to next month, on the budget revision for, library, appreciate Janie getting a grant from LREC. And,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
It was received on May 1st.
Yep,
It was
wouldn't
not
be in this one.
It'll be next month.
Any discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve the budget as stated, or the revision.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Item number 10, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve ordinance number 971, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Wagoner, Oklahoma by amending Title II, Sections 2-203 through 208 to provide for the holding of regularly scheduled meetings of the City Council at a specified date, time, and place in accordance with notice given pursuant to the Oklahoma Open Meeting Act, deleting Title II, Section 2-206, which relates to mandatory attendance, providing for renumbering, repealing all ordinances or portions of ordinances in conflict therewith, and declaring an emergency.
Yeah, I got some questions.
Okay.
So basically, we're striking out the part where we know that it's the first Monday of each month.
That, and then in our ordinance, it says it starts at, I believe, at 7:30, and we start at 7.
So we're just amending it because we give notice, as we're required to do by the Open Meeting Act, by publishing it, sending it to the county clerk, and sending it to all the parties. So he just took out the language, which gave, like, first Monday at 7:30.
I think the only thing that I have a problem with, that each one of these should have been listed individually instead of all together through something,
Each one of,
like 2-203, then you have another possible discussion action on 2-204, and 6, 7, 8, 4, instead of all bundled up together.
I think that's how it's written.
that's how the ordinance is written. It just amends that,
Okay.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, okay, I understand on that, yeah, at 7:30, it needs to be 7. The only other one I had to,
It's
2-208. So basically, if I'm understanding that, that's basically saying that, I think that's one thing that holds us accountable for being here.
That is actually, he just removed the language that said that because that is state law.
Yeah.
So it's not necessary to state it in our ordinance. The state law has, the law is about mandatory attendance,
Which
what the
trumps our
procedures are. So he just deleted it because it's not necessary to be in there.
So that means that you can miss more than half of the meeting?
No.
No.
Okay.
The state law
it's
still
fine.
applies.
Okay.
The state law still applies. That's why he took it out, because our ordinance doesn't need to have it in there.
City ordinance has to be equal to or greater on state.
Copy.
Okay.
Okay. 203, special meeting. Yeah, okay. So we just vote on the time, the place, and mandatory meeting, more or less, in Robert's Rule of Order, I guess.
Because we've already adopted Robert's Rules of Order.
Yeah, I know, yeah, so it's already there. So the time, we putting it to 7, right?
Yes.
Well, it's not specific, is it? I don't, like,
No.
in the ordinance, it allows us to set our time when we set our meetings for the year. That way, if we decide we want to meet at 6:30, as long as we give notice in accordance with the law.
And 2-204, that means that 3 councilmen can,
No, you're skipping, you're
okay,
skipping.
skip it, sorry.
That's it.
No, that's it.
Oh, wait a minute, I got it now.
Okay.
Further discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 971.
Second. As stated.
Have a motion and a second, please call the roll.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 11, discussion and possible action to declare ordinance number 971 an emergency.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, please call the roll.
Abernathy, Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 12, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve ordinance number 972, an ordinance amending Title II, Chapter 2 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Wagoner, Oklahoma, by adding a new Section 2-204, granting authority for 3 members of the City Council to put items on the agenda of regularly scheduled meetings of the council, providing the procedure for putting said items on the agenda of said meetings, providing for renumbering, repealing all ordinances or portions of ordinances in conflict therewith, and declaring an emergency.
Discussion?
Yeah, this is like giving up your rights to what you want to do. I mean, certain people can make it's going to be the certain thing.
Now, so the reason for this is that I met with Mr. Peters. Okay, 'cause I've been looking at this. There is nothing on our books that says that city councilor, or how city councilors put stuff on the agenda, okay? There's absolutely nothing. So we
That's
need-
because I control the agenda.
Well, you're right.
Sir,
But we
Oh.
cannot.
Go ahead, Mr. Peters.
You didn't, he just, Mr.
No,
Hicks.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He's like, hold on, that wasn't me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was talking to you earlier. Anyways, Mr. Hicks, I'm sorry.
Yes, for sure. He's like,
So,
not me.
I mean, there's nothing on the books that says how that we're allowed to put stuff on the agenda. So how can we properly represent the people that voted us in if we're not allowed to put stuff on the agenda?
I
Well-
thought we've been allowed to put stuff on the agenda. You have to bring it.
Absolutely not. You just heard him say he.
I know, but if you approved it, I mean, it's something that.
You can call a
Yeah.
special meeting,
Yeah, it needs to be on there,
so
you know?
you know,
There is,
But if I want to put something on the agenda, okay, I can't just go put something on it, all right? I've got to discuss it with a couple of other of us, all right? And not necessarily figure out how they're gonna vote or anything, okay?
right.
But to make sure that what I'm requesting put on the agenda makes sense.
So my understanding is we can call a special meeting, the council.
That would be better.
So I mean, so that gives us that
Call a
authority.
Special meeting all you want.
Well, that's what I'm saying, that gives us that authority to do those things, separate to the regular scheduled meeting. So I think
Because
we've.
more or less, you
we've already-
saying that the mayor has to give up his right, because
I'm-
if 3 council puts stuff on the agenda, then he has to accept it regardless or not.
That's not what's being said.
Absolutely not.
Well, I guess,
I'm not saying he gives up any right at all.
That's something, whenever we have constituents coming to us, who would like something on the agenda, and there's a way to put it on the agenda, whether a mayor agrees with it or not. It can be discussed still during a meeting.
well, call your special meeting, don't make a mockery of my meeting.
Do what?
Call your special meeting, don't make a mockery of my meeting.
By putting something on the agenda that somebody,
What I was requested to put on this agenda, not this one specifically, but one that I told Kevin, no, absolutely.
I was gonna say, I know that,
I represent the same constituents.
Yeah, and I know the previous mayor, I wanted some on the agenda. I didn't get it on the agenda.
no, I was gonna say, but I know that, I don't think I recall you having some on the agenda because it was a constituent. I think it had to do with, the speed limit over here by
If so,
the
that's
health
Stevie's.
department. And I don't think there was an issue with getting anything on there when it pertains
Well, I'm
to.
not saying that there was an issue, I'm just saying this would streamline it and make it more efficient in doing it. But I mean, you can still do it at a special meeting too.
Right.
I mean, it's 6 of one, half tons of the other in some ways, but I just want to make it more efficient.
Depends whose seat you're sitting in.
One way to look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to look at it that way.
I have a question. So does this mean that you're wanting specifically 3 council or just any 3 council? Or is there gonna be?
It's probably be a Pacific 3.
Any 3.
Any three?
Any 3? Any 3. Okay, gotcha.
Anthony said there was 5 counselors that wanted the roll call order changed. I didn't balk at that at all. But when I speak to the city attorney and I've had something brought to me that could wind us up in a lawsuit, I'm not going to put that on the city council agenda.
Exactly.
We already have things in place for us to, if we need to do something, a special meeting, then we can do that. I mean, that's the way that, those things that you're talking about, that we can get on there, but it'll be a special meeting. So I think that the voice for our constituents is being heard, because if we need to do that, then we can call that special meeting with.
Like Councilor Rhodes said, this basically streamlines it, so we don't have to call.
Hold on,
special
Travis.
meetings all the time.
Well, we already have one streamlined. I guess that's what I'm getting at.
And not only that, we have had special meetings called, and back when AJ or whatever, it's like 10 or 15 minutes special meeting, then we're gone. You know, something's going on, so.
I think there's something already put in place for us to
Yeah.
do what we need to do if we need to, which is a special meeting. Regular meeting should be set by you and what you want on there, and then I'm pretty sure if we need to ask you for something to put on there, more than likely we'll get it. If not, we can
Call
do a
special meeting.
So I will make a motion to deny this.
A second.
Have a motion and a second to deny. Please call the roll.
Leonard,
No.
Wait, does she, no?
Hold on. No means yes, yes means no.
Okay, yes. Y'all confuse me.
I know, because we had it last time, confusion.
Abernathy,
No.
Butler,
No.
Higginbottom,
No.
Wagoner,
My only thought is, and I don't know if I can discuss anything now in the middle of the vote. You mind?
Go ahead.
Right.
I understand the idea of streamlining. That's my initial thought. Well, don't have a special meeting, it makes it easier. You know, we'd all get it all done at one time. But to be honest, because we're gonna bring it to you anyway. And if it is turned down, and it's something that we feel wholeheartedly that we need addressed, then we can call a special meeting. But, I mean, really, if it's, depending on what it is, and I've been on the fence about this, I'll be honest, but it seems like, I mean, really, if it's something that the mayor feels controversial and he won't put it on there, then whoever wants it can get their 3 council members, then we'll have a special meeting and have it. I do honestly feel, though, in part of me, that you're having a meeting on Monday night, if you've got to get it all in there, you know, but then put it before the council and decide to fade it. But either way, the more I think about it, I think I'm gonna have to vote yes on it, and because I do feel that if it's an issue, then that's something that we feel wholeheartedly, that we feel is being turned down that shouldn't be, then we would have a special meeting. I would prefer, though, that things be allowed, whether we like them or not, unless there's something legally wrong, to go before the whole council as a whole to decide what we're gonna do.
Fair enough.
I'll vote yes.
so you vote yes.
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Roden,
No.
Wright,
Yes.
Well, that's 4 and 4, correct?
No,
Wasn't?
it was,
Yeah, it's 4-4.
It's 4.
yeah, I'm sorry, it was. Yeah.
So I will vote yes.
Okay.
Motion fails.
So item number 13 was to declare that ordinance an emergency. We will not need to do that. Item number 14, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve invoice number 3 in the amount of $175,164.88, and invoice number 4 in the amount of $92,461.54 from Paragon Contractors LLC for taxiway rehab Phase 2 at Hefner Easley Airport per recommendation from Garver Engineering.
Dale? Oh, sorry. Jessica?
This is not the final invoice, but this is for our grant for, to redo the taxiway. They are looking into some drainage issues, so the final would not be on here or two, because they submitted invoice number 3 after we had already done the council agenda for last month.
So this is, you said this is for the grant, this is
Yes.
grant this is the grant funding?
Yes.
Okay.
FAA grant.
FAA grant, okay.
Yep.
Was that a 90-10? You know,
I believe it's full. I think that's
100% grant? Oh, even better.
All right,
100% grant.
100%.
Didn't cost us.
okay. Bend away.
Yeah.
It's done.
Entertain a motion?
So made.
Second.
A motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 15, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve change order number 2 for Yorkshire Street rehabilitation for a decrease of $30,843.75 from Envision Civil Contractors LLC per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC Consulting Engineers, project WAG-23-08.
All right, take it away, Dale.
What this is a change order for Yorkshire Boulevard. We got done with projects, and we didn't need these work done, so we removed it out of their contract.
This is the
Is this like-
kind we want. This is money back to us.
Refunds, we
Is
like
this a
that.
second change order on this?
This is the
Yeah,
second change.
because we had a refund the last time, right? No.
The last time was
It's
an
changed.
Increase. That's right.
If you're curious, Thomas can tell you why.
When they took the concrete out, it was wet underneath, and they compacted it back, and it wouldn't pass compaction. So they was going to remove more soil, add more gravel, so that's why the increase was, well, they only done half of the road at the time. When they got to the other side of the road, we figured all of it would be the same, well, it wasn't. So the other side passed compaction. and
Okay.
One side did it, so that's the reason that they give the money back.
All right.
Appreciate it, Thomas. Any further discussion?
So made.
Have a motion?
Was it first and second?
Yeah, need a second?
Oh, you defer, I do second.
Okay, Gail, a second.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy, Roden,
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Item number 16, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve contractor's pay request in the amount of $28,324.63 for Envision Civil Contractors LLC per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC Consulting Engineers, project WAG-23-08 Yorkshire Street rehabilitation.
Council, this is a progress invoice to pay out from the contractor. We'll have one more after this to pay everything. And the project is complete.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second?
Yes.
Who was my second? I'm sorry.
Who was? Jimmy?
Jimmy? Okay, thank you.
Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Item number 17, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve invoice WAG-23-08-04 in the amount of $3,928 for Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC, Yorkshire Street Rehabilitation.
Council, this is our invoice for the work that's being done. It's based for the inspection and the construction management.
Who was a resident project representative?
His name was Todd Stallings.
Further discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Item number 18, discussion and possible action to purchase 180 cubic yards of mulch.
So made.
We have to pick
From
which
who?
one.
Oh, got to pick a mulch person?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just one.
This B&B log and lumber, have we used them before?
They were the
They're
cheapest,
They're the
correct?
cheapest, yeah.
Travis, do you know, I was told that's who the school used. Do you happen to remember off the top of your head? Yes. B and B,
Log and lumber. From out of, Oklahoma.
Atoka,
Atoka.
Atoka.
Toka.
Why do I look at that? Atoka. That's a long way. Atoka, long way from here.
It's half the price of the other.
I know I called them one time because these people and, they do mulch, but, they wasn't the mulch for the parks, so it might be different. I don't know. That was like when we first started getting mulch
From these people,
from Atoka. So I'm not sure. Might be tree mulch.
But it says wood fiber, so I mean, that could be anything, right?
Yep.
Compared to the other one, I mean,
It wasn't
I
part of the
wanted
mulch.
which one's the next one, Ziegler?
52 and then 67. So it's actually $2,000, yeah, right around
I was
$2,000
told
left.
that's who the school used. Mr.
Ziegler?
Pete, no, it was B and B.
B&B?
Now, Mr. Peters did tell me today that this one does not come, what did you say? Didn't come certified? B and B is not certified. Ziegler and the other was.
All I was told, the company that comes to Jay, this company Stigler or whatever, they sell to them, but they're not selling it through Stigler or whatever this company is. They're selling it through them and it's a lot cheaper. They say it's the same mulch, but it's not certified.
It is the exact same mulch?
What they told me, but I called them and asked them.
It's the same mulch.
Explain what you
Half
mean by
price.
not certified.
Well, they call it engineered wood fiber, is what they call it, EWF. And I'm not familiar with EWF, but that's what they call it, EWF, certified, to put in the playground mulch. And that's what they call it.
Do they just deliver it and drop it at a designated location, or do they drop it where we tell them and they spread it and all
No,
that?
they don't spread it.
No, we
We're just
spread
buying
it.
it.
And that's another thing, when we get it here, we need to discuss how we're gonna do it and all that. The last time, the only place we got it down in the firehouse, down in the corner, we don't need to do that.
Need a place, uncontaminated place to put it at.
It needs to be on the.
Or dump it on site, yeah.
So,
Yep.
I have a plan, so once we order it, I'll discuss it. mayor know. But this is what they call EWS, engineered woodcut.
I was gonna say, I remember
But
talking.
you said it's not certified.
That's what she told me. I called her and asked her why. Difference in price. Because, I mean, there's quite a big difference in
Well, my
price.
question is, why does something need to be certified?
Because,
I have no idea. I'm just telling you what the others did.
Probably because of politician.
The insurance purposes.
yeah, it's a legality thing. An engineer is just probably is chipped in the factory and they get out all of the impurities, which they probably don't, but it's just when it come down to,
It's like Hicks
Conti-
said one day, I mean, he thought that we say mulch, he just thought that.
Yeah, he
take a
said
tree
we
and just
make,
Grind it up.
he said
But
we
hey,
make mulch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All I know is all the rest of the bids, I'm not trying to put anything on hold or anything else. All the rest of them says, if you look at these quotes, it says engineered wood fiber. This bid does not say that, and I called to ask for that. But
it says wood fiber, yeah.
But could they guarantee it was the same thing?
they will not guarantee it.
No, they won't guarantee it.
They'll bring it up on the quote.
They'll guarantee they'll bring the
What'd
mulch.
you say?
I think this is the same stuff that the school used over at Ellington.
Was it good?
Yeah.
You haven't been on it?
You never been over there on it?
playing on it?
I can't go over and play on it.
Into the meat, it's fine.
We ain't had no problem with it.
Oh, what do you want to do?
where's it going to?
It'll be going to, I believe, some in Lincoln,
Got some up on
North Courts,
We
and
need to finish it up.
Oh, yeah,
But
finish that one of them.
all three, we have three
Yeah,
spots.
yeah.
as soon as they get that out, we'll put it.
Swing stuff
Where,
up.
where they setting, we can, put that in the road and block the road for half a day, and we won't have to worry about it once we get everybody gets the border down, then we
Yeah.
haul it in there.
What I'm worried about, if it's not EWF, what if the park inspector come in and, then say,
Well, I would think,
would that mean, I mean, I don't know, would that bother? But if the school has it, then,
I think it's-
okay.
I don't know how he could look and tell the difference, but,
I don't either, but I'm just kidding.
Unless he looks at
But
our
I
paperwork.
mean, if the school got it, it's gotta be the same, I mean, good.
I haven't looked at it, I can.
Well, who did we get it from last time?
the Seeger,
Seeger.
Seeger, the next one,
How's Jay?
Yeah.
almost $2,000 more.
I'll make a motion, to get it from B&B Log and Lumber.
I'll second it.
Have a motion second, B&B log.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Item number 19, discussion of possible action to purchase 116 12-inch playground border with spike.
Okay, we got two bids.
No, there was three, I believe, yeah. And I believe American Parks, that's who we used last time. They're pretty hard to beat. I believe that's the cheapest.
Who's cheapest, American Park?
I believe so. $6,706. That's for two ADA ramps and 116 pieces
By
of
design
border.
for $52.11.
Hold on.
Play by design, beat it.
Well, what is this right here beyond your ordinary? What is that? Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Oh.
Subtotal. Shipping. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
I was looking at the shipping and the shipping cost of, goodness gracious.
What's this beyond?
That's what I'm saying. You see where it says a subtotal and then it has shipping down there. So the subtotal is,
Oh, okay.
so it's, at first I thought it was,
Getting ready to say
Cheaper.
I thought the shipping was, the
Sure are.
actual.
Look at me, let's go with the 2,000.
Good.
Huh? Yeah.
Pretty good.
And they're, I mean, that's who put up our
It's
stuff.
essentially
so-
9,000 or 50,
Play
5,200.
design is 5211, shipping included, American Parks,
I got two there.
706 was the shipping and handling.
It went by,
Okay.
Mulch was down below, that's Mulch.
Yeah.
Shipment, but it's still different.
Discussion?
I'll make a motion to, use Play by Design for 5211.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
That same quote included the
Right.
the ADA
Yeah.
ramps. So
Item number 20, discussion possible action to purchase 2 ADA half-ramp systems for use with 8-inch or 12-inch playground borders. That's included on
yeah,
play-by-design quote.
that was
Oh,
the
okay,
same
I just
quote.
thought we just voted on that.
So,
We did
Hey,
it
do you-
separately just in case the prices were
Okay.
different. Yeah.
Because this was made before because the phone line was down. So
make a motion to
But it's still cheap as all together.
use Play by Design for the ADA ramp, half ramps and yeah, all that stuff.
have a motion.
Need a second.
Second.
A second. Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy, Leonard,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Item 21, discussion and possible action, consideration and approval of a settlement and release of claims agreement with Thomas Frey.
So on this one, he agreed to what we talked about last time in executive session on that offer. So,
Make that motion to what we discussed last month in the executive session.
Second.
have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 22, discussion and possible action to obtain appraisal of Lot 10, Block 287, City of Wagoner, Oklahoma, for a possible sale of property. This is the warehouse located at North Main and Cherokee.
So we've had interest in somebody wanting to purchase this building. That would add on to their business.
Is that,
And
I'm sorry, go ahead.
that's the warehouse next to
Seymour Park.
Seymour Park, yep. So what we need to find out is if we want to sell it first, which we would have to vote to surplus it after we got the appraisal, and we would have to take bids on it. I think me and Kenneth and Dwayne talked about it, and as long as we get enough we're hoping to build a better warehouse so they can have a workshop in there that's heated and cooled, and because I think this one's it's heated, isn't it, Kenneth? It's not cooled, right? Oh, really? Okay, I thought there was a heater up on the ceiling.
Sweatshop or a free shop?
Yeah.
So we've got some other locations where we talked about building a better one, and I feel like this could lead towards more sales tax for the city by selling it to this person. So we gotta figure out.
This came up a while back. My only concern was where we're gonna put it.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
That's why
We do that,
we
then
would
I'm-
have to.
Yeah.
And especially if we don't have to purchase the property, we're gonna put it on property we already own. Feel like we'd be able to build something even better, because we've kind of talked about how we want it. We want a workshop, we need to be able to drive through like they can drive through now, and I completely agree on that. But if we can do that and sell that, and be able to build this and bring in more revenue through sales tax to the city, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Further discussion?
I'll make a motion to obtain appraisals for Lot 10, Block 287, City of Wagner.
Have a motion?
I second.
Have a second? Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Item number 23, discussion and possible action to approve or not approve work order for professional services with Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC Consulting Engineers for project number WAG-24-05, 2024 Wagoner County ARPA Maple Park Tower improvements.
Go ahead, Dale.
Council, what this is a work order for us to put out plans and specs to repaint the tower at Maple Park, the water tower itself, and provide inspection and construction management.
Have we not done that before, as far as this part of it?
You don't have that tower,
Well, no, so there hasn't been any specs or anything?
We've got estimates.
We got estimates?
Quotes.
Quotes?
Quotes.
So, okay, that's what I was,
We had like 3 years ago.
yeah, well, it was, I think it was, I remember when we first got on there, we talked about it. I always want to make sure it wasn't like we've already done this.
So we don't have a contract for anybody, we're gonna bid out, right?
it'll be bid out,
Yep.
that's correct. Be put in paper for 21 days,
Okay.
sealed bids.
And then where are we getting the Wagner County?
County gave us some ARPA funds.
So they give some of our funds they had?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out.
And the
where-
resident project representative, that hasn't been,
That's for
Pick-
the inspector.
who's the inspector?
Don't know yet.
Okay,
Until the
okay.
bids.
All right.
Whoever I have available.
And the engineer the same way?
I'm sorry,
Engineering?
engineering has not been done.
Okay, all right, we just got a total there, amount there, right? That we
Yes,
don't pay them.
it's for the design,
Okay.
construction management, bidding.
So if they go less or higher, I mean, can't go higher, they can go less, right? Or just a set
My-
amount?
My fee won't change, but
Okay.
our estimate's $343,000. That could go up, that could go down. I try to be very conservative in my cost estimates, especially when we get the funds that we can.
Further discussion? Take a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the work order for professional services and infrastructure solution, LLC.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Item number 24, discussion and possible action to authorize advertisements for bids for project number 24-05, 2024 Wagoner County ARPA Maple Park Tower improvements.
This is just to give us authorization to go out for bids once we put the documents together.
I'll make a motion to authorize advertisement for bids for project number 2405-224.
Have a second? Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 25 is unscheduled public appearances.
There were none.
Item number 26 is departmental reports.
Jimmy, you're it.
Good evening, Mayor, Councilors. I know
have the hospital report in your packets, so if you have any questions about that, I'd be glad to answer those. If not, just a couple of things to mention. I had a bullet underneath the key initiatives there, and the legislature approved managed Medicaid in Oklahoma. So you may remember several months ago, I gave you a handout to read about the impact of the post-pandemic era on hospitals and how hospitals in Oklahoma were kind of struggling financially. So the fix for that, especially for hospitals that have a high percentage of Medicaid in their care, is these supplemental payments. So it's called the Medicaid Directed Payment Program, and so this officially started last month. So it's gonna be a big game changer, I think, for a lot of hospitals. It's gonna settle things down and provide financial stability. So we worked through the hospital association, kind of led the legislative efforts, worked with the legislature on getting this done. So it's good news for Wagoner and other hospitals in Oklahoma, so we'll be aware of that. And then the other thing, our new outpatient behavioral health clinic is really taken off. So we have some cards. I'm gonna pass these around in case you or anyone you know could benefit from outpatient counseling or behavioral health services. So I'm just gonna start with these out. I'll let you start around. And with that concludes my report, unless you all have any questions.
Thank you, Jimmy. Sorry we kept you so late.
No problem at all. Good to see you.
You too. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
That it?
Ladies and gentlemen of the council, it's been a interesting month with lots of rain and stuff of that nature. Key on a couple of points, the street department in particular, with all the rain, leaves and everything else. They've been doing a lot of work on clearing out pipes, et cetera, from that standpoint. Working on some base failures as well in streets from that standpoint. As ODOT went through Highway 51 and resurfaced it, I'm sure some of you guys have seen some of the outlying streets connecting into them, not matching up as well. We've bent back and tried to match those better so that there's not water standing. Taylor being an example of one of those such items, just this last week. So when we have the rainfall, that water can move on down and get out instead of sitting there puddling up on that city street and intersection into Highway 51 Cherokee Street. So lots of work has been done on that and continues to be, as well as mowing in the cemetery. Please be gracious and patient with those workers. I know we have Memorial Day coming up, but as you can imagine, we have lots of grass growing. The ground is very wet. We're in a conversation of, getting in there. You're gonna possibly have ruts and tracks going through there. So just be mindful of that conversation. Those employees in the cemetery are trying to do all they can for the upcoming Memorial Day service and stuff of that nature. And we're trying to play catch up as quickly as we can as the weather's allowing us to be able to do that as well. So that's the two big items I'd like to touch on this month in regards to that conversation. I'd be happy to answer any of the questions you may have.
I'd like to say something. I want to commend the street department for, I had some stuff on my road. I don't ever put in a work order, and it's, if you're one of my neighbors, you probably don't like me being on the city council because I won't do anything to help my road, but someone put it in there, but they did a great job. Whoever put in the work order, thank you, whoever that was, but, was it you? Was it you?
I'll take it.
Jimmy,
Thank you for doing that. Well, because it was on my road, so it's one of those things. But thank you for putting it in, because they did a great job. They did a great job, and we desperately needed it over there. But I just kept rolling on those bumpy roads because I didn't want to be the person to thank you.
Just don't.
I tore it up, so I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah, okay.
And I want to know in that conversation, a lot of times we do not know without the public's help of giving us work orders of what we need to do. I know several of you councilors, Brenda, you've done it many times, and I appreciate that.
I'll do any other road except mine.
We're able to get through stuff. So.
Yes, thank you guys for getting it done.
I want to piggyback on that too, because Applegate, I want to thank you, because I know I don't do work orders sometime, and I just happen to drive by whatever that street is, coming from work, and the sign was down. I'm like, what the heck? It just went down. I called Applegate. I came back through, the sign was back on the pole.
Yep.
You the man. Thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Oh, you have?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 27 is adjournment.
So moved.
A second?
I said.
Second.
Motion second, please call the roll.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 8:59. We'll now like to call the Wagoner Public Works Special Call Business Meeting, May 13th at 8:59.
Item number 1 is approval or corrections to the minutes of April 1, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Roden,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Item number 2 is approval or denial of claims, WPWA, to include numbers 178 through 192, manual warrants, and WPWA capital projects number 12.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I had one question. 515-386, the Halsley lease for 12.5, is that just sitting there or what? Just sitting there? Y'all were just sitting there? Can
We,
would it be a
yeah,
transfer?
we've terminated that lease, so
Yep, that's
Yeah.
just sitting in the budget, so next year.
can it be transferred where?
Parks. Well, I mean, after the budget. Okay.
During the budget time, but that's in Public Works and Parks are in city, so.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Whoever first, second.
Further discussion? Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Item number 3 is chairman's report.
So I actually have something up for the chairman's report for once. Joe brought this to me a while ago when we were talking about the free dump day. Wants me to remind the public, please do not flush your medication down the drain, toilet, whatever. It's not good for our water system. Please dispose of them in a designated place. I don't know if dump day has that, but I believe you can take that to the police station anytime. So please do not do that. Thank you. That's all I have.
Yeah, I think the RAP project, they do something every year. We can hear, I think in our Wagner County,
I'm
like.
pretty sure they do it.
Yeah, they do it right up there by the.
Bail bondsman
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
ain't it?
yeah, by there.
Robert Cooper.
So they do it every year, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's there, you don't have to tell them where they came from, just bring them there and drop them off.
Yeah.
So they can be discarded safely.
And number 4, Mr. Sullivan, sorry, the weather scared me last week. I was not gonna risk it, and so I postponed the meeting, but, Mr. Sullivan was unable to make it tonight. So we will have another meeting on the 23rd, correct? Is that what I told you earlier, Kevin?
I believe so.
We haven't set a time yet, but we will. I think we're gonna touch some budget stuff in that meeting as well.
Item number 5, discussion and possible action to declare manhole lids and castings for the wastewater distribution department and broken, damaged poles for the electric department as surplus property and authorize disposal thereof.
So made. Second.
Have a motion second. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 6, discussion and possible action to enter into a contract with Utility Financial Services for a utility rate study.
Dwayne, you want to take this? I know we budgeted for this last
We
budget.
did, if you guys will recall, back in the budgeting session of last year, when we was going through the budget, we anticipated some rate increases coming from the GRDA, which it looks like they are, so we need to start getting our things in line so we can get our consultant scheduled in so they can start running the numbers and see how that's going to affect us and our rate conversations within the city, so.
Now, this utility rate study will tell us where we're at compared to other
No.
municipalities our
It-
size?
No, it only has to do with the city of Wagoner and our ability to continue to provide services. What it takes for-
Haven't we done a rate study for this?
We, for
Recent?
this?
Yes.
No, we did one 3 years ago.
GRDA don't do those, or Mensa, or MISA?
Now, I know I've spoke to you before. What is the rate study that OMAG provides for free?
That's not a rate study, that is a rate comparison.
They read it right to us as a rate
Yeah.
study that day.
It's not a rate study, that's a rate comparison of us and other cities.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's a comparison of us and other cities. That's not a study coming in and looking at your books, looking at your revenue, looking at your expenses, looking at your price increases, that conversation, to make sure that you continue to provide the same service.
So if, and I get the rate study thing, but if GRDA is going to make a rate increase, well, we're going to have to pay it because that's our main provider of service.
That's correct.
So,
Why they haven't rate study?
well,
No. That's what they're gonna charge you from that aspect. You need to know what that conversation is to charge our customers. You have
So,
residential,
'cause
you
there's
have commercial.
per kilowatt
you
and all
have
that stuff like
those
that, but-
conversations. You have kilowatt, everything else in there. That's correct.
So that's what the rate study is gonna tell us the price to charge.
That's correct.
Price charge our customers.
Yeah.
But GRDA is gonna tell us what they gonna.
charge
that we have- that
per
they gonna charge.
kilowatt.
What they're gonna charge, no, what they're gonna charge us, and then what we're gonna plug into the model and see what that conversation comes out on the other end of what we're gonna charge our customers.
Can you not do that?
But
That's
let's
their
say
task.
GRDA raises it 2%. Do we not just raise our prices 2%?
You can do that, but the other aspect of that conversation is you are not taking into account the WPWA's conversation of the price increases, the pole increases, the storm that we just went through, replenishing inventory, all those conversations to make sure that we're staying in par to be able to continue to provide the same service we had before.
Well, what is the rate, do you don't know how much the rate study is going to be?
Yeah, we got it budgeted in there, it's in your packet with the cost.
Oh, I don't remember.
Like
seeing it.
75,000.
It's like a lot.
Huh? Was it 75,000?
It was something like
Yeah.
that,
I
75,
can tell you
78.
this, other cities are doing the exact same thing that this conversation is. They are hiring outside consultants to make sure that they are doing the right thing and going down the right path as professional services.
That's my understanding, they're not just looking up how we will disperse the rate increase among our customers, but they're also going through our inventory and everything we've got, what
Cost
we've
of-
got coming in.
The cost of inflation,
Yeah,
everything
we're
of that
not
nature
missing
is taken into account. That's correct.
I still, I know we budgeted it, we foresaw it coming, but I still feel like we need to look into having the OMAG, the free one, done as well to.
They can't
They
do
don't
this.
do this. They don't
You'd be
provide.
rate
provide this
comparison.
type of
But,
Yeah, I was-
but
yeah.
I think that we need to use their service that they offer as well to find out, what other towns our size are charging their customers, especially if it's a free service.
We have that access. I mean, we have that already, but that has nothing to do with the rate study.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying I would like to see us do both.
I guess I'm not following what you're asking.
So why would we not go ahead and ask OMAG to come in and do their rate adjustment
One
study,
thing,
whatever they want to do to
They don't have
see?
the electric expertise. Water, wastewater, the other stuff from that aspect, yes. Not all the other cities throughout the state of Oklahoma have an electric.
I don't understand why we wouldn't take a free service and utilize it.
Well, isn't that service from GRDA is just comparing us to other cities?
That
They're
service
not-
from-
They're not going through.
That's not from GRDA.
No.
OMAG.
OMAG is just a comparison, and we do participate in that. They send that to us, we send in our rates, we get those results. That just shows us how we compare with everyone else. Does not take into the account the price of doing business, which is what your rate study does.
So what you're saying is we already do that, right?
Yeah, we participate in the OMAG, and we can get that information
Yeah,
for
I've-
you.
I've never
OMAG, we get that
never seen
information
it. I have no idea that we.
Well, we can get that information for you. I mean, that rate
I guess the
comparison.
biggest thing is, obviously, there's a rate increase for a reason, because we're using, from GRDA, we're using X amount on kilowatts, and they're obviously not making enough profit, or maybe we're utilizing too much, or whatever the case may be. So that means they already should have numbers,
Yeah.
because they're telling us what we're already using, and they know what they want to upcharge us because of our usage, or, so how come that information can't be gotten from them? Because they know how many.
I agree.
That information is a part of the rate study. We
But-
provide that
but-
information to the consultant.
I guess they already have it. That's what I'm looking at, so we won't have to spend $75,000.
But that is a partial conversation. You also have water and wastewater in this conversation as well with your utilities.
My issue is we're a poor town.
Yep.
We have so many people that are on a fixed income, living check to check.
Can I comment from an accounting standpoint?
Shoot.
Okay, so say if you use a comparison method, and X town is making debt payments on a substation, that's included in their rate. A rate study is tailored specifically for our books. If you went off of everybody else, it's a possibility you could even get a rate that's higher than needed, if you could just go off a comparison. Because it does include everything, the whole picture, tailored specifically for us and for our infrastructure improvements for the future.
But we don't have to go with those rates, that's just more knowledge feedback that we would receive.
Because our studies that we've done, and see, we have the low, middle, and high on what we can do, and then from my experience, we go with, I don't know, I think we still go with the low. I mean,
We don't have a low, middle, and high in the rate study conversation.
Is
We're
this-
talking about wages.
oh, that's right, that's what you
Is this the only company, UFS?
This is a company we've done business with for the last 8 years.
Okay, so we
They've
can
done
actually look-
business across the entire United States.
Yeah.
They only deal with public power communities, of which we are.
So there is others out there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then,
Yes.
I would look at
absolutely.
others doing the same
But
way.
they already know all our books, they already know all our
That's
stuff.
the problem, we stick with the same people on stuff. All you're doing is plug some numbers in.
I understand where everyone's coming from, but yeah, $75,000 for this, and I guess that's why competitive bidding is we're a GRDA. There's LREC. I think some of us have LREC.
Well, you
But-
run into issues with transmission lines.
Right.
You guys want to table this till you see the presentation from GRDA?
Yep.
Be perfectly fine.
I make a
with that.
motion to table it.
I just wish, I feel like there's some way, I guess I'm just strictly looking at lecture.
Yeah.
But I would feel like GRDA would be able to tell us what we need to set our rate at without spending $75,000. But I understand you're looking at all utilities.
You have to.
This gives us correct me if I'm wrong, a long-term, several years of where we should be, where we're going, how much money we should have in reserve. I mean, this is basically, and they go through all our books, every water, sewer, everything.
If they don't raise the rates next year.
But we just went through this 3 years
But you're saying,
back,
like, it
right?
could be,
Yeah.
well, I'm saying, if they raise the rates now, next year they could say they can raise the rates again. And so what we just did, we'd have to factor everything over again, depending on, because I'm talking about GRD can change their rates again, even though we've went through this process, and we'll have to do this process again to figure out what we need to be at.
I'm gonna talk out of school and assume that they're gonna give us a future schematic of what's gonna happen.
That's correct.
And the last time we did this rate study was 3 years ago?
That's correct. If you
We
guys-
set our rates 3 years at a time.
PSO, OG&E, surely you've seen the TV and the news over the last several years. This is a conversation we're dealing with after Winter Storm Uri, the price of material costs to go up and everything else of that nature.
Yeah, but I can't
Cost of
remember if
doing
it was
business.
Oklahoma Natural Gas or OG&E. Whoever sent out a letter the other day talking about their gas price was going down, so their bill was gonna be less.
I think it was,
But they were still asking for a several $1 million increase
I can't
to the
remember.
Corporation
Because they're
Commission.
giving rebates on $100 when you buy a new gas stove now. ONG. Yeah, yeah.
The thing that gets me is this is all utilities, it's not just electric, so I understand moving forward with it. I know we already have a motion to table it until Mr. Sullivan speaks on the 23rd, but this does not just involve electricity.
That's
It
correct.
involves all of our utilities.
So when is this, I
Be the
guess we won't know, we
23rd.
won't know until, so we'll know more.
23rd is the date, we don't have a time.
And that'll be a special meeting?
It will be, yes.
So can this be on the special meeting as well?
Absolutely.
We have a motion to table it right now.
Can-
All right, motion table it.
It don't need a motion.
No, we don't need a motion to
Okay,
table.
then.
We can table it.
So we
Yeah,
can.
We can take no action.
Take no action.
And
If everybody's fine with that.
We don't even put anything on there to say we want on the 23rd or anything like that, or it just needs to be?
I just tell him,
Just take no
tell
action.
him
And then when we do the special meeting, it'll be on there.
when he gives us the agenda. we'll put it on.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we ready?
Finally.
Item number 7, discussion of possible action to provide sewer services to 75514 South 270 Road, Widener, Oklahoma, for Chandra Cole.
Ms. Cole is here, but, yeah. So what this is that road, you know, that's our main line, and, she knows the steps she has to take. She's gonna have to board to go under the road, and we offer city sewer on that road to other residents out there. It's a win-win for us and her. We're gonna gain a customer, and she's not gonna have to have a septic tank.
I make that motion to provide sewer service to 75514. Oh, Shania, grab it. Shania Cole. I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yeah.
Leonard,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
You're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for doing business with us, Chandra.
Item number 8, discussion possible action to enter into an executive session for the purpose of conferring on matters pertaining to confidential communications between the chairman and board and its attorney concerning a pending investigation, claim, or action in which the board determines by voting to enter into executive session that disclosure would seriously impair the ability of the board to process the claim or conduct a pending investigation, litigation, or proceeding, specifically the case of Rural Water District number, and that should read 6, versus Widener Public Works Authority in accordance with 25 OS Section 307B4.
So this is what we addressed in the first executive session. So we handled that there, so there should be no action.
Item number 9, discussion to note receipt from the Department of Environmental Quality, the following permits to construct sanitary sewer lines. Permit number SL0000732400047, Northeast 3rd Street and North Jefferson Avenue. Permit number SL0000732400048, East Cherokee Street and North Graham Avenue. Permit number SL0000732400050, Northeast 12th Street and North Jefferson Avenue.
We've been waiting on these for several months for sewer line extensions, so we've finally got them in, and we can proceed with the sewer line.
So made.
Second.
We don't have to take action, we just have to note it in the minutes.
After everything you just said, I
know,
feel like I deserve it now.
I deserve a motion after reading all that. Item number 10, discussion of possible action to approve or not approve supplemental appropriations and budget revisions to the 2023-2024 WPWA budget.
Or the adjustment is in your packet, but if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer, or notes on the bottom of the page.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Second.
You have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Roden,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Item number 11, discussion of possible action to approve or not approve work order for professional services with Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, consulting engineers for project number WAG 24-05, 2024, Wagoner County ARPA Maple Park Tower improvements. That is a duplicate from city.
Yes.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Item number 12, discussion of possible action to authorize advertisements for bids for project 24-05, 2024, Wagoner County ARPA Maple Park Tower improvements.
So
That's a
made.
duplicate as well.
Second.
Motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Item number 13, discussion and possible action, wastewater treatment plant to hire Brad Reeves as lab tech. Note, the board may adjourn to an executive session for the purpose of discussing the above item pursuant to Title 25 OS Section 307B1.
Yes, I'd like to recommend that we hire Brad Reeves, effective 5/6/4, rate of $18 an hour. He has all the license to operate that. We're down a supervisor and getting ready to lose the lab tech, which means we have two people.
Jody, did he work for us anywhere else, or
No.
where'd he come from?
Helpful.
Did we have other people apply for the same position, or?
They didn't have the licensing that met the criteria for the wastewater plant lab position. But yes, we did have that application.
Do we have anybody worked at the wastewater that could get the lab tech if they want to?
They could obtain
Certified?
it, they have not obtained it to this point.
They have to pay for it, or do we pay for
We
it?
paid for it.
We pay for it. So all they gotta do is ask.
Right, and they have to be able to get into a class for one, which is difficult sometimes. They also have to have a certain amount of experience to qualify for C levels and B levels.
So we don't have anybody out there like that?
Not at this time, no ma'am.
Okay. So can we train them, promote, so that this happen again, you have somebody there?
We train everybody to get to that point.
Everybody knows how to do it out
It's
there.
just,
But they just not, don't have the
But they
certificate,
don't have the
yeah,
licensing
yeah.
how to do it, or licensing to do it at this point.
you gotta have a C license to operate that plant, a B license to operate one machine, which is B lab, and nobody has it but me. So,
And me.
and anyway, I'm sorry.
All right, I'll make,
So the ones that out there, I mean, what's the difference in rate somehow? You know, the one that's been doing it before Brad came on. Is it close, similar?
I'm sorry, ma'am, what is your?
I asked you after the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, be better.
all right, I'll make a motion to hire Brad leaves as lab tech at 1/5/6/2024 at $18 an hour.
May I have a motion?
Second.
Have a second? Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler, Roden.
Yes.
Item number 14, unscheduled public appearances.
There were none.
Item 15 is departmental reports.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board, repeat of the conversation except from the electric standpoint. We had a storm that hit us the first time on the south side, knocked a series of poles down, hit the southeast part of town pretty hard, trees, everything else come down. The limb clearing crew's been working very diligently along with other departments helping assist them get that removed and cleared up out of that aspect. The end of the week, we ended up with the other storm that went north of town, took down our electric feed to our water plant. Our water plant was running on generators for a day, almost a day and a half. Did make some calls, had GRDA come in and assist us on the first storm in the south part of the city. And then I had a good friend of mine out of the city of Miami that had the only piece of equipment that could do what we needed done on the water line. Electric service to our plant up there in the north side of town where a lot of the core land is. A lot of that land's farmed. It had been tilled up. Trying to get equipment in there would be near impossible. You'd sink down just going in there by your boot. City of Miami did have a track digger Derek conversation. I made a phone call. They actually worked 4/10s. They was off Friday. They come to work, pulled all their stuff in, come in, worked all day Friday, came back in Saturday, and helped us repair those lines as well. So we was able to get a lot of electric service up a lot quicker than what we normally would have. I think their total count was 22, 24 poles we had down. We had to rebuild structures for in that regard. Lots of lightning, lots of issues to deal with from that standpoint. Not only did we have electric issues, we had a sewer plant issue, as they've been matter of fact today. With PSO, we was out at our sewer plant. Our sewer plant with PSO service was not operational today. We've also had some equipment failures out there that we've got to deal with, motors burn up, stuff of that nature has got to be replaced. That's a plant that's coming to the end of its life, and this board is going to have to make a decision in the near future of a potential new plant, just because that plant has been there that length of time and stuff of mechanical failures and all that taking place. Water plant, we also had some issues out there with that very conversation with the line down. We had to have the generator running on that. We had some schematic controls, knocked out some of our SCADA system. Had to have consultants come in and get that back online. And taking place from that, we only have one VFD, high surface plant at one point in time, pushing water to the city for roughly, how many, what was it, Jody? Or is he done left out on me?
He's gone.
Done left
He
out
entered
on me.
the house.
Roughly about 138 gallons per minute. We usually push anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 gallons per minute of water to the city. So we have multiple issues in multiple areas in the utility department this last couple of weeks with the storms coming in. Thankfully, we do have a FEMA declared disaster conversation, so we will be able to recoup some of these costs, but it'll be 2 years down the road before we ever see that conversation, as is with FEMA. That's your update and what's taking place and has been taking place in the utility department in multiple utility departments.
Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Item number 16 is adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Roden.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 9:28.
That's close enough. 9:30, 2 minutes over.
Keep me informal, Tammy.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Did you get those honeybees?
Oh, Oh, you did? Oh, you did. Is it like honey? Oh, so is honey on it? Oh, because, what's his face? You know, John,